Deltarune Chapter 5 will release this year and we still know nothing about Papyrus, except that he's a roaring knight. Or maybe he's just been watching Amazing Digital Circus in his house, who knows. Well, what I do know is that it's about time we meet the guy. So today, we're playing Deltarune Hypothesis, a freaking amazing fan game that recreates theories in different episodes, and this time, we're about to discover what Papyrus has been doing so far. The adventure starts when we finally enter Sans house, and it looks kinda similar to how it looks in Undertale. I guess that's to be expected, but honestly, instead of being something bad, it's something that makes me feel cozy. I really enjoy being back in this familiar place, but this time as Chris and Susie. And when I was done exploring the living room and the kitchen, it was time to talk to Sans and finally meet the man of the hour. Or should I say skeleton of the hour? With the power of my mighty blade, I will slay you, beast. He's ready for you. For millennia, I've laid in rest, waiting for this very day, the day I set off on my quest for riches and power. My fate is already decided, and its stakes I will be the greatest. Papyrus is the knight confirmed, for I am the one and only great knight of Balrog. Prepare to say nighty night, beast, as you'll be dead by daylight. Nya ha ha ha. Wait a minute. Nighty night? You made the last line of my introduction a pun? Yep. I'm supposed to be intimidating, not witty. I thought I asked you to write this seriously. Hey, relax, your guest found it funny. My guest? Ba-da-bum. Hey? These were the people I wanted you to meet. Oh, where are my manners? What the fuck? Yo, he's using slippers, nice. Susie, Chris, how would you like to learn the age-old game of overworlds and ogres? We got time to kill, why not? Wonderful. Gather around the table. Are you free? Perfect. You should come over for a little OAO. OAO. There are some new recruits joining us. Apologies for that, but I have good news. A legendary warrior almost as great as me will be joining us very shortly. In the meantime, you two have a lot to learn, but fret not, me and Sans are well equipped to teach. Alright, I'll show you rookies how this works. First, we'll create our characters. For example, I am the Great Knight of Balrog. With my mighty blade, no beast stands a chance. Now, Susie, who will you be? Susie the Mage? Come on now, you can be more imaginative. Let me think. I am a Susira the Mystic. Susira. How about Chris the Human? Now that our characters are ready, let's move on to the gameplay. Sans will be our narrator for this epic quest. Hello, said me. Hello, said me. He'll describe all the dangers and troubles we face. He'll also roll 2 dice to dictate fate. High number? Great. Low number? Count your prayers. In-game, we control our character's actions. Are we actually gonna play the in-game game? Now that we've covered the basics, let's begin our journey. To start you two off easy, Sans, give us a nice basic adventure. This is gonna be epic, bro. This is gonna be epic. The Great Knight of Balrog, Susira the Mystic, and Chris enter a temple. A heist for a lost artifact. Thrilling. Varrock triggers a pressure plate, activating a trap. A massive boulder drops, crushing the entire party. And it's over? What? Nice move, Varrock. We're there already. It wasn't my fault, Sans set me up. You did say a nice and basic adventure. The nerve. Whatever, let's retry. This time, my character will be more vigilant. Oh, who's that? Drat, he's here already? No matter, Sans, could you let him in, please? On it, your highness. Okay, who's that gonna be? So, Papyrus, what's the deal with this legendary warrior? Where do I even begin? You see, in our adventures, I tend to, not survive very long. Boulders crush me, swinging axes slash me. No matter what, I never seem to make it to the end. Except when he's in the party. Who's that person, bro? We make it slightly further. Somehow, he defies Sans' ridiculous challenges. And together we become an unstoppable duo. Sounds like they do all the heavy lifting. Nonsense. My enthusiasm is key to our victory. Okay. Oh no! Verily, fear not, citizens. Your hero is enchanted armor. Your hero in enchanted armor has arrived. Betrayed by my original flock, I vow to help the innocent. Give up, Wills. You still have a chance, weak beast. Lest you face the wrath of the Azure Falcon. Okay, we continue, guys. Varrock, Azure Falcon, Susira and Chris embark on a grand adventure. An ancient ruin that holds a mystical artifact calls for them. Will they triumph the dangers inside of or forever rot in its wall? I will equip my mighty blade and trusty shield. My halberd, blessed by the apes gods, will be accompanying me. I'll bring a cool stick that looks like a staff. You'll be bringing a dagger. Oh, nice! I like the idea of using daggers. The party set off on their adventure. Varrock enters first, stepping on. Wait! I pick up stone and toss it into the doorway of the ruins. 12. A boulder drops where you would have stood. Nice. Wowie! Such clever foresight. Adventuring 101. Watch out for booby traps. The party enters ancient ruin. A smell of damp moss fills the air. Deeper within, they come upon a large pile of golden coins. Perfect. We found our loot already. That isn't the mystical artifact we came for, Varrock. Oh yes, I almost forgot. Surely pocketing a few coins wouldn't hurt, right? Roll for how many golden coins I take. Varrock puts 2 coins in his bag. That's good. More room for other goodies. Do you want to roll for more coins? I shouldn't let greed overwhelm me. What's the catch? An odd number will wake up the giant goblin sleeping on top of the pile. Giant goblin? Giant goblin? Varrock, fight the orgies. Don't do it. You'll get us all killed again. Oh no, I'm conflicted. But alas, I will be the bigger man. And knock on Lady Luck's door once more. 7. You drop a coin and the goblin wakes up. I'd like to apologize in advance. The goblin rolls over and spots the party stealing his beloved gold. Maybe we could talk it out? No time for that. We got to fight this beast. Brace yourselves. It's still laying down. The party has the first move. I defend myself with my shield. I charge at it with my halberd. I cast a fireball. Fight or act? Oh, interesting, bro. Okay, everyone is fighting. I'm gonna try acting just to see the options that I have. Okay, let's act. You choose to sing a lullaby. Okay, they didn't give me options. Okay. The goblin's next attack will do half damage. Oh, thanks to my lullaby? Smart thinking, Chris. Make it fall back asleep. Azure Falcon does 5 damage to the goblin, which is Birdly. Susira does 8 damage to the goblin. Susira. The goblin has finally arisen. It throws a cluster of golden coins at the party. It does 3 damage to Chris, Azure Falcon, and Susira. Only 2 damage to Varrock. It's the party's turn again. Chris, keep singing so it's weak. We'll attack. I'll stab the goblin with my sword. I'll slash the beast with my halberd again. I'll cast a healing spell. Okay, keep singing. You choose to sing a lullaby. The goblin's this attack will do half damage. Varrock does 7 damage to the goblin. Azure Falcon does 9 damage to the goblin. Susira heals the party for 3 health. Perfect. The goblin stomps the ground, releasing a shockwave. It does 4 damage to the entire party. So basically just 1 because Susira healed 3. It's the party's turn again. This one should do it. Let's all attack at once. I launch at the goblin, full force. I fly into the air and dive towards the goblin. I'll use an electricity spell. Fight this time. You choose to fight with your dagger. Varrock does 4 damage to the goblin. Azure Falcon does 4 damage to the goblin. Susira does 12 damage to the goblin. And Chris does 8 damage to the goblin. Still more than the other 2 guys. And what happened? The goblin lets out a roar before collapsing into the gold. The party has bested the giant goblin and won. We did it! Nice work, team. We can progress onwards. That mystical artifact is ours for sure. The party heads deeper into the ruins. It's getting darker. They come upon a set of 3 doors, each with a different symbol. A skull, a question mark, and a sword. Okay, let's think about this very carefully. What could possibly be behind the skull door? I believe it to be a certain death. That is what a skull signifies. Hey, there's nothing wrong with skulls. The question mark door, a surprise? What would the sword entail then? Maybe some sort of battle trial? Another creature to fight? I just can't decide which one. Chris, since I don't want to be responsible for our deaths, pick a door for us to wander into. Okay, guys, which door you guys want to wander into? Skull, question mark, or sword? Sword, skull, sword. I can decide whether if you should live or die. Question mark, question mark. Oh, I see a lot of question marks. Yeah, okay, I'll lean on question mark because I choose to follow the herd. Let's go. Let's do question mark then. The party steps through the question mark door. They are greeted by 2 living statues standing in front of individual doors. One door leads to the next room, the other to your doom. The left statue explains that one statue tells the truth and the other lies. The party can only ask one question, then they must pick a door. Just one question. We have 2 doors. One takes us to the next room, the other to our death. One statue tells the truth, the other statue lies, right? And we can only ask one question. A logical riddle wagering our lives. This will be tough. I'm going to need some time to think. Why can't we just pick through both? The right statue explains that it's cheating. That is cheating. Punishable by death. Lame. I think I've got it. The answer is quite simple. We ask a statue if it would tell a lie. If the answer is yes, go through the other door. Wait, what? If the answer is no, go through the... Sense, are you sure this is solvable? I promise, it is possible. It's just a 50-50 chance, right? Let's just guess. That's not a bad idea. Let's save that for later. Aha, I have cracked the code. What would the other statue say is the safe door? The truthful one would point to the deadly door. The liar would also point to the deadly door. Okay, wait. I'm confused. So the question Papyrus is trying to ask, let's say we have both statues in front of us, right? One of them tells the truth, one of them tells the truth, one of them lies. We don't know which one is which. So I think Papyrus' question is, I'm gonna ask one of the statues, what door would the other statue point at if I were to ask him which one is the right door, right? And if it's... Okay, no, I'm confused. No, this makes no sense.
1 hour later.
Let's say I ask this statue like...
1 eternity later.
Therefore, we always enter the opposite door. I was just thinking that. Okay, wait, but I missed the answer. Sounds correct to me. Let's ask it. Could I ask a statue that question? Go right ahead, my feathered friend. Left statue of stone, I ponder thee. What door would the other say is safe for me? The left statue thinks for a moment and then responds. The other statue would say the right door is the safe door, so we have to take the left one. Aha! My hypothesis was correct. Since Chris chose this room, they should lead. Left door. The party steps through the door. And all fall into a bit of spikes. No, wait, what? What? No, how could my foolproof plan fail? This doesn't make sense. We choose a safe door, right? Nope, wrong door. So we should have went through the other door? Nah, that door was deadly too. Wait a minute, there was no right answer? Both statues were lying? I never considered that option, bro. But wait, he said one of them was telling the truth, right? No. Well, we poor adventurers suffer the same fate once more. Foiled again by Sam's ridiculous plots. So that's it, huh? Yes. Now is usually when we restart. Why can't we? There's time, right? It is late. Are you 3 up for an all-nighter? All-nighter? What time is it? You check the time on your cell phone. 8:32 p.m. New notification. 3 missed calls. Damn. Damn, that's a lot, bro. It's how late? My mother is probably worried and sick about me. It's been fun, everyone, but I've got to rush home ASAP. Okay, so Bernie's mom does worry about him with his out of his house after 8 p.m. And Chris' mom, Toriel, doesn't give an S when Chris is out who knows where after 10 p.m., bro. She's just dancing and having a fun time with Sans. It's best we head off too. I'm pretty sure those missed calls were from Chris's mom. No worries. I do hope to do this again sometime. Sure, when me and Chris aren't too busy with school. Wonderful. Safe travels, you two. See ya. No, is it over already? Hey, Chris, before you go, I appreciate you coming over. It's not often Papyrus is this happy after losing another campaign. You see, he usually starts throwing a tantrum by now. What was that, Sans? I'm trying to order a pizza. Nothing, remember to ask for extra breadsticks. Daring today, are we? Yes, so as a thank you for today, you can have this. You already have Sans number. Forgot I gave you that other number. This is probably my real number. You got probably Sans real number. I'll be a call away if you ever need anything. Maybe to not befriend my mom? Stay safe, Paul. Au revoir, Chris. Oh, that was beautiful, bro. That was so cool, man. That was so cool, bro. Okay, guys.